We often think of adolescence as a time of temporary storms. We see mood swings, dramatic friendships, and a preoccupation with social media, and we might dismiss it all as typical teenage behavior. But beneath this surface, a much more serious crisis is unfolding. Teen mental health is not just about teenage angst, it's a genuine public health issue demanding our urgent attention. The pressures today's adolescents face are unlike any before. They navigate a world that is hyper-connected yet isolating, a world where academic expectations are sky-high and social landscapes are complex and often unkind. We cannot afford to look away or assume this is a phase they will simply outgrow. The stakes are far too high and our understanding must evolve. The shocking truth is that many of the most critical signs of distress are often invisible to the adults who care most. We are conditioned to look for the loud, disruptive behaviors, but the quiet suffering can be far more dangerous. A teenager who withdraws from family dinners, spends more time alone in their room, or gives up a beloved hobby might not be causing trouble, but they could be sending a desperate signal. A sudden drop in grades from a student who was previously consistent is a major red flag. Pay attention to changes in personal hygiene or appearance as well. A teen who stops caring about how they look or neglects basic self-care may be struggling with a sense of worthlessness or be too overwhelmed by their emotional state to manage daily tasks. When a teenager is struggling, our instinct as adults is often to jump in and fix the problem. We want to offer advice, provide solutions, and make the pain go away. While well-intentioned, this approach can inadvertently shut down communication. What a struggling adolescent needs most is not a fixer, but a listener. The simple act of being present and offering a non-judgmental ear can be profoundly healing. It means putting away your phone, turning off the television, and giving the teen your undivided attention. In fact, some of the best conversations happen side by side during a car ride while walking the dog or when doing chores together. Your consistent, calm presence builds a foundation of trust that can be a lifeline for them when they are navigating turbulent emotional waters. When we think about physical health, we understand the importance of early intervention. A small infection, if left untreated, can become life-threatening. The same principle applies with equal, if not greater, force to mental health. The teenage years represent a critical window for brain development, making it both a period of vulnerability and an incredible opportunity for positive intervention. Addressing mental health challenges as soon as they emerge can prevent years of suffering and alter the trajectory of a young person's life. Just as a student learns math or history, a teen can learn cognitive behavioral skills to challenge anxious thoughts or develop coping mechanisms for depressive feelings. It's the difference between learning to swim in calm waters with a good instructor versus being thrown into a stormy sea with no life jacket. Delaying treatment can have cascading negative consequences. A teen struggling with untreated anxiety may start avoiding school, causing their grades to plummet and limiting their future opportunities. Furthermore, seeking professional help early can demystify the process and reduce fear and shame. When a family addresses a mental health concern with the same seriousness as a physical one, it sends a powerful message to the teenager. This is a health issue, not a character flaw. For too long, a thick wall of stigma has surrounded mental health, making it incredibly difficult for teenagers to speak up about their struggles. They worry about being judged, misunderstood, or seen as weak or crazy. This silence is dangerous. It isolates them precisely when they need connection the most. Our most important task is to dismantle this wall, brick by creating environments at home and at school where conversations about mental health are normal, accepted, and safe. In our homes, we can start by normalizing conversations about feelings. Ask open-ended questions that invite sharing, such as, what was the best part of your day, and what was the most challenging? Schools also have a vital role to play in creating a culture of openness. This helps destigmatize mental illness by teaching students that it is a health condition, just like asthma or diabetes. Schools can also promote peer support programs, where students are trained to listen to their friends and know when to encourage them to seek help from a trusted adult. Ultimately, creating safe spaces is about demonstrating unconditional support. We stand at a critical juncture for adolescent well-being. The shocking truth about teen mental health is not just in the rising statistics of anxiety and depression, but in the silence and misunderstanding that allow these struggles to grow in the dark. We have seen that the warning signs are often subtle: a withdrawal from hobbies, a change in sleep, a quiet retreat from family life. The power to change this narrative lies within each of us. For parents, it is the power of presence, of putting down our phones, setting aside our own agendas, and offering a non-judgmental ear. For educators, it is the power of creating classrooms and school cultures where mental health is discussed as openly as academic achievement. For friends, it is the power of noticing when someone is struggling and having the courage to say, "I'm worried about you. Let's talk to someone." The solution is not a single program or policy, but a cultural shift built on thousands of small, intentional acts of listening, validating, and supporting one another. We must champion the cause of early intervention, treating mental health with the same urgency as physical health. This means fighting for better access to affordable care, advocating for mental health education in all schools, and challenging the stigma that keeps families from seeking help. Let us be the generation of adults that refuses to accept silence as an answer. Let us normalize therapy, celebrate vulnerability as a strength, and ensure that every teenager knows that asking for help is the bravest thing they can do. We must build a world where a teen's cry for help is met not with judgment, but with an immediate, unwavering chorus of "We are here for you." Look at the teenagers in your life, your children, your students, your neighbors. Look beyond the surface and commit to being a safe person for them to turn to. Start a conversation today. Ask how they are and truly listen to the answer. Let us work together to transform the landscape of teen mental health from one of crisis to one of hope, resilience, and unwavering support. Our teenagers deserve nothing less. Their future is our collective responsibility, and the time to act is now.